It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And the Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Turner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will have first crack at this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Unloads quickly. There he goes. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. All out of space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This is why they show up for midnight yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So Iowa's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fit. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time and late in the season.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And man, it's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense in a bunch formation. Power football with the run. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Going to sling it on second down. This time he's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. Into the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Peters. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick.
Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that was way too easy for this offense. Defense is about leverage. It's about caging things and keeping it inside, not letting it get to the perimeter. They let that ball get outside with a guy that has speed. Next thing you know, first down.
How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? Let's see what they've got on second down. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. 17-3 lead. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. Powers through the defender. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Under fire. Intercepted to stop the threat. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He's looking to throw. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Sends it back in motion. They want to throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
From in, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Touchdown, Aggie! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dropping back, it's Dickerson. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The give out of the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A&M comes back out with another first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Back to pass on second down. Hauls it in.
Man, this defense, they have got... in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Gonna run it, it's short. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to... And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Makes a catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Dickerson. Got a man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Texas A&M looking to convert on 4th here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll leave it with him. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you?
And And the Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller
breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They're going to test the right side with this one. He breaks a tackle. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Quick handoff. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's short. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He's brought down at the 43. Coming up, 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Trying to do it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. They've They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Blasted as he lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy.
There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Here comes the offense on first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pocket breaking down. Creates a little room. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38. The running game doing work. And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He's got it. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Dickerson. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This type of dominant defense, a performance that would make the likes of Dat Wynn and Quentin Coriat proud.
And it's NIL money spent well, right? This recruiting you see every year, they're getting dudes up front, big hosses that everybody wants, but they've been going to the Aggies, and that's why they've built great defenses.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He's got his man, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. The defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. After the filthy move, he's got room. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. The 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.